Congratulations.
Thank you.
Robert, even though you knew where you were going, you were still pretty excited.
Yeah, I was excited. I was sitting there staring at the phone, waiting for the call, and they called the other phone. So it was pretty cool. Even though you know where you're going, you still want to act as if you don't. You never know what can happen, as the rest of the draft has shown. So I'm excited to be a Redskin.
Talk about how you look forward to working with
Yeah, Coach Shanahan, everyone knows him for John Elway. But, even aside from that, being a Bronco fan growing up, I watched him do things with a lot of running backs, a lot of guys that they said they couldn't do it, and he made sure they could. So he's a great coach, and from what I've heard, he allows his players to have input on what they do. So not that I'm going to go in and say, hey, we need to do this, this, and this, but I'll definitely, try to be open with him, just like I know he's going to be open with me.
Robert, what do you think about joining a division with quarterbacks, Eli Manning, Tony Romo, and Michael Vick?
It's going to be an exciting division. I mean, growing up in Texas, you see that division a lot. It's if not the best division, it's one of the best divisions in football. Great quarterback play, great pass rushers. So there's going to be a lot of excitement in the division. And I also don't look forward to playing against Morris Claiborne all the time.
Ethan from NFL Ross, do you think you'll be able to fit in with quarterbacks from the NFC East?
You try not to fit in anywhere. You try to just see where you mold. And obviously I mold with the Redskins. But you don't play quarterbacks in this league. You will always be compared head-to-head, but you play defenses. So I'm looking forward to playing the defenses in this division.
Hey, Robert,
How does Dad feel? Dad, how do you feel?
Very excited, very pleased that Robert's going to Redskins. Glad that he is going under a coach he was a fan of. So that's a really good deal for him.
North Texas is always a hard feeling between Dallas and Washington. Are you afraid that there might be a boycott of Subway restaurants in the Dallas area?
I have no idea on that. I'm sure if they get hungry enough, they'll get that $5 footlong. But hopefully they don't, root against myself. But I know I'm a Redskin now, and I have to take on everything that's being a part of the Redskins. So there'll be some Dallas fans that just don't like me anymore, even as a person, just at their core. So I understand that.
Hey, Rob, you mentioned on Twitter yesterday that you had to wait a little bit longer to talk about your new teammates. What do you know about what you already have in place? How much research about your team?
You try to research as much as you possibly can to make sure you're ready. So I definitely researched the O-line and the receivers and the running backs, basically their position on offense, to make sure I knew what I was working with, and then to be able to go and see a guy and shake his hand, and to where he doesn't have to tell me what his name is. I know who he is right away. So I'm looking forward to using the weapons that we have on offense, and then playing with a great defense. You got a guy like London Fletcher. I know how it was for some of our seniors the year before we broke our bowl drought at Baylor, and they didn't get to experience that. So I know London Fletcher, and if everything goes perfect, has 3 to 5 years to play, but I know he wants to win right now. So I'm looking forward to going out and being that guy that can help him win.
What are your thoughts on the offense?
Yeah, obviously the receivers that they just picked up, Pierre Garcon and Josh Morgan, they've got a lot of weapons. Anthony Armstrong's one of the fastest guys in the league. Leonard Hankerson's a young guy who got hurt last year that can really make some plays. You got Santana Moss, can't forget about that guy from the U. I watched him growing up, not that he's old, but I look forward to playing with all these guys, just using their skills. And I want them to know that even though some do look at me as a running quarterback, I play quarterback first, and then when nothing's there, then I try to make something happen. So I'll play within the system, and then get ready to, do whatever I have to do if nothing's there.
Robert, even where your family comes from, have you been able to watch the professional football game?
Yes, I have. I'm actually from New Orleans. My dad was born and raised there. My whole family is based out of there. So the NFL has a tricky way of getting things done. We play the Colts in the 3rd week of the preseason. And then, the first game I get to play will be in the Superdome, which is my hometown. So definitely looking forward to it. They got a lot of great players on the Saints. Just looking to go win.
Other than the President of the United States, the quarterback of the Washington Redskins, how do you intend to handle that pressure?
You want pressure as a quarterback. It can keep you straight, make sure you're doing the right things. But the biggest thing is I'll make sure I involve my teammates. You don't want to take on that type of attention all by yourself.
Robert, I noticed you look at your phone. What's going on your phone right now?
I got to worry about football before I can worry about politics, so I'll let President Obama and all the other politicians do that. I just got to focus on, running the offense, getting to know the guys, and move forward from there. I'm actually sending out a tweet to the Redskins since I can now.
All right.
Robert, the Redskins traded 4 guys to get the pick. 4 picks to get this guy. What's it like? Is there additional pressure in having that much of an eye on the franchise coming in?
Yeah, that question goes along with the question of, the excitement by the fans. I think it is excitement. It's not just about who's going to be playing quarterback. It's about the team that they have in place already. So I don't look at it as any added pressure. If anything, it makes me want to go out and get to work even sooner. They believe in me. That's why they gave so many picks up for me. There's been quarterbacks, great quarterbacks that have had terrible rookie years. I don't want to be that guy. I'm going to make sure I do everything to make sure I'm not that guy. But, Peyton Manning had not a great year as a rookie, and he's now considered one of the best of all time. So you just got to work through the bumps and try to succeed in whatever ways you can.
Are you glad that you used the whole 10 minutes?
Yeah, I think about the other guys that are back there, and if you use the whole 10 minutes, it makes those guys have to stay back there a lot longer and build up their anxiety. So, I'm glad they didn't do that. The rest of the draft's been pretty crazy, but, a lot of those guys back there are going to get their name called, and I'm happy for them all.
Robert, talk about how sometimes drugs are to facilitate revenue with Baylor Athletics.
Baylor Athletics has been great. All sports this year did a great job of bringing their skills to the forefront. Both basketball teams, the football team, our baseball team's on fire right now. So you never know what the tennis and golf teams are going to do. They're always up there. So it's been great. You can call me the leader of that, but it was more than just myself. There's the Brittany Griners. There's the guys that people don't even think about. Kendall Wright, Phillip Blake on the football team, Perry Jones, Quincy Miller, Pierre Jackson on the basketball team. All those people helped do that, and it's all thanks to Baylor Nation.
Gary, last question. Good. Okay, thank you guys.
Can we get a quick shot of your socks really quick?
For more coverage of the 2012 NFL Draft, check out the NFC North blog at Bleacher Report.